cab on my way to my program. So I gotta keep it down a couple of decimals. So guys, what a week. What a week. I've been taking care of Tito. Tito was not feeling well at all. So I was taking care of him and cleaning the house, taking care of the baby, doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a mother, as a wife, as a survivor, as a person who's staying clean and sober by the grace of God. And I haven't been out since last Tuesday. We even had a little bit of a, not a worry, could have been a blessing. I thought I was pregnant. I took like 5 pregnancy tests because my period was very late. Yes, but I am not pregnant. I just got, when I was in the shower, yes, in the shower. I know it's a little too much information, but I got it. I got my period, and I was just like, oh my God, Lord, thank you, because damn, New York City is popping today, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Yes. So Tito had a cold. He's been very depressed because he lost his job, as you guys know. And I feel bad for Tito. All he wants to do is provide for his family. He wants to be the hero, and he is the hero. He don't see it. He doesn't see that he's the hero, man. I tell him all the time, even when he's not there, I think nothing but great thoughts of him. Even, listen, every couple argues, come on now. I mean, I'd be lying if I said we don't get into little spats here and there. You know, listen, COVID has been a challenging time for everybody, especially being confined in the house. You know, like I said, living in the city is different than, especially when you have a 3-year-old baby. It's not like living in the country. You can run amok in your own backyard. It's different, you know. I mean, you can bring your kids to the park over here, but like I said, I miss the parks in the Bronx. I was used to them, you know. I'm from the Bronx. I never lived in Manhattan in my life. I lived in the Bronx almost 20 years, so, you know, it's just a different, it's still New York City, but nevertheless, it's not Manhattan. Manhattan has a different vibe, you know, and it's like I don't fit in with anybody, really. I mean, I don't fit in with the rich white people, and certainly, and you can understand, and please don't anyone take this personal, but, you know, when I go to the park, I stick out, and people think whatever they think because of my skin color. They think maybe I'm not, that I'm not down, but I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone in my family is biracial. You know, my kids are biracial. But it doesn't matter. I am not. So I am looked upon like, oh, white bitch, blah, blah, blah. And I don't take it personal. I don't. Hey, listen, I lived in Hunts Point for over a decade, and you guys know, because I sound like a broken fucking record. But the truth is the truth. I was the only white girl that lived in the streets of Hunts Point as long as I did. The only one. And I want to make this very clear. The video that was taken of me undercover by those cops, first of all, I did not give them any kind of accurate information, only about myself. Okay? They were asking about underage girls, and that is the only way that I would ever even speak to the police. I have been known to have held my tongue under the worst of the worst. I never snitched on nobody. I never gave nobody's names, nobody's nothing. If I was a snitch, I would have never survived out there that long. Never. Okay? So let's get that straight right now. I want to make that very clear. Because, you know, people watch that video and they might say, well, you know, she's giving her name, her birthday, and blah, blah, blah. You know, listen, If they would have took me in, they would have got that anyway. So it makes no difference. Now, when you're dealing with underage girls, I feel that it is my right as a child, as a sexually abused child, to protect underage minors that I have seen out in those streets, and I've seen plenty of them. You know, and they thought that I was, because look, I'm 41 years old, you would never know it. Because when I was 27, I looked like I was 16. Go figure. But I'll tell you something, guys, you know, I stay in the house, I take care of my son, I love my Weedy Bee, Tito loves his son, and I tell you one thing, and this is none of my business, and I'm saying this because I care. Now, Jesse Dunn, girl, you know, I feel for you. And what I heard, I watched your live this morning as I was making coffee, making tea, cleaning the kitchen. We're renovating the whole apartment. So that's another reason I haven't made any videos. We are moving everything around. We're doing some early spring cleaning, if you will. Okay. Now, any man who puts their hands on their child, or any woman. Now, I was watching the whole live, pretty much, and I seen that woman making comments, oh, everyone has their own way of discipline, and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. It takes a fucking coward to lay your hands on a child. You have no business putting your hands on a child. You have no business putting a child down. You see, like Jessie said, and I agree with her 100%, that is abuse. And you know what? That is what happened with my first relationship. That is why I wound up in the street. That's how I wound up losing my first 2 children. So I will say this. Whatever's going on there, it needs to be rectified immediately, because that little girl is beautiful. That little girl is a genius. That little girl is going places, and I know it, and I can see it, and I know it with all my heart. When I look at little Kyrie, I look into her eyes. She is so smart. Weedy B is very smart too, but in his own way. Every child is smart in their own way. There's no such thing as a dumb child. Even children that, God forgive me, that have autism are extremely intelligent in their own way. It needs to be brought out in different ways, through arts, through, you know, dancing, through any different kind of outlet that is the child is comfortable expressing themselves doing. And when I heard that, I was really taken back. I was like, wow, Mike, like, what's up, man? Really? Dude, let me tell you something. And I'm saying it straight up. Do the right thing. And I know you watch my videos sometimes. I know you do. I know you do with Justy, because I heard you guys saying it. Look into your little girl's eyes. Look into those beautiful brown eyes and see if you can do it again. You ain't gonna be able to, because you're gonna see your reflection in her eyes. You're gonna see an innocence. I don't give a fuck how mad she gets you. I don't care if she throws things from the top to the bottom. You learn how to deal with it. You do things in a different way to accommodate your child. They are the children. We are the adults. There is no reason to lay your hands on a child, because the violence begets violence. I'm at my program. I will see you guys on the return. God bless you guys. I'll be making videos on the regular. Ciao.